I handed over my entire life to artificial intelligence for 7 days. I let an AI choose my wake-up time, workouts, food, what clothes to wear. Even choices like what should I say to myself in the mirror. Was it helpful? Horrible? Humbling? Stick around because the results surprised me in ways I didn't see coming. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. Would you trust an AI to run your life? Let's dive into the time I let AI take over my life. AI has taken over everything, your playlists, your emails, even your dating life. But what happens when it takes over you and it makes choices for you? I wanted to test one big question. If I gave AI the power to make my choices, could it actually make me a better version of myself? So I signed up for Neoprompt.ai and linked it to ChatGPT and gave it one instruction: be my life coach for everything. No edits, no overrides. Just follow what it says and see what happens. Will I become a better version of myself? 6 a.m. wake up, next drink 500 milliliters of water. No phone for 1 hour, wow. Okay, AI. Chill. I asked you to take over my life. I didn't ask to be reborn.
You said you wanted to level up. This is how high performers start their day. You want to be successful. Listen here.
Okay, fine. So for breakfast it wants me to have oats, berries, black coffee. Now relax. Next workout, 15 minutes of high-intensity interval training. Today's pep talk reads, discomfort is data. Growth is in the stretch. I felt like David Goggins, but sponsored by a robot. Today was day 2. I remember it well as it was the day that I realized AI, especially this AI, doesn't play. It's like a therapist, drill sergeant, and TED Talk all in one. But somehow, piece by piece, it started making sense, out of nowhere. Surprise, it schedules 15 minutes for joyful movement. AI literally told me to dance in my kitchen. I felt ridiculous, but as the time passed, I began to feel free. Okay, so here's where things got real. Up until this point, AI was mostly telling me when to wake up, what to eat, how to move, and easy stuff, right? But then it hit me with this. AI journal prompt. What emotion are you avoiding today? Damn, didn't expect therapy at 8 a.m. I think I'm avoiding fear. I keep delaying this big project because I'm scared it won't be good enough. And if I finish it, I have no excuses anymore. This AI isn't just trying to make me productive. It's trying to make me honest. And being honest with yourself, well, that's the hardest thing of all. Day 4, morning pep talk. Today, discomfort is data. Growth is in the stretch. I didn't even fully get it at first. But by noon it clicked. My discomfort wasn't something to escape. It was a signal, a message, and I'd been ignoring it. Later that day, AI scheduled something called fear-facing time at 4:30 p.m. I thought, what is this, a horror movie scene? But I knew exactly what it meant. I finally wrote a pitch I'd been sitting on for 3 weeks, sent it, no hesitation. And here's the weirdest part. It felt peaceful, like the weight of procrastination lifted just by taking one step. End of day reflection. What did fear try to protect you from today? Did you listen or lead? That line wrecked me. I'd always seen fear as a weakness, but AI reframed it. Fear wasn't trying to sabotage me, it was trying to protect me from embarrassment, from failure, from rejection, but it was also protecting me from growth. And that's where AI earned my respect. Day 4 broke me open. I cried. Then I wrote a full blog post I'd been putting off for months. ChatGPT didn't just schedule my time, it made me confront myself. And that's the kind of life coach I never knew I needed. Turns out letting AI run your life means way fewer decisions, and that mental clarity, addictive. What was the downside, you may ask? I got so structured I forgot how or what it felt like to be spontaneous. One night I ignored a friend's phone call. I felt horrible, but I had to do it because AI had scheduled deep work. That didn't feel very human. By day 5, The novelty had worn off and the resistance kicked in. I wanted to skip everything. No journaling, no cold shower, no pep talks, just comfort food and doom scrolling. And then I hear,
When did you last follow through on a commitment when no one was watching?
and suddenly, I wasn't just battling distraction, I was battling integrity. AI didn't shout, it just mirrored me back to me, and that was enough. Day 6 came with a bang, was tasked to audit my circle.
Message 3 people who lift your energy. Mute 2 who drain it.
I thought this challenge was about productivity, but here I was, cleaning my digital space, checking who I follow, who I let speak into my day. Energy isn't just what you eat or how much you sleep, it's who you listen to, who you let in. This one task shifted my entire mood, because protecting your peace is productivity. Then came the exit interview on day 7. AI prompt asked,
What will you keep? What will you leave behind?
I'd done 7 days of AI-directed routines, and now it asked me, what's worth carrying? I realized something. AI gave me clarity, but I had to give it meaning. The schedule was a skeleton. I brought the soul. I don't want to be AI-run forever, but I do want to be AI-informed. These last 3 days weren't about optimization. They were about ownership. And what I learned, discipline starts with decisions, but it thrives in identity. I didn't just do the habits. I started becoming the kind of person who doesn't break them. So the big question, did AI fix me? Not exactly, but it did something better. It revealed who I could become if I got out of my own way. It made me realize that my biggest enemy was my own mind, my own procrastination. It forced me to confront my bad habits, emotional blind spots, and time-wasting rituals. It didn't magically erase my bad habits. It didn't inject motivation into my bloodstream. What it did was hold up a mirror every day without judgment, without drama. Just...
Here's what you said you wanted. Are you doing it?
It forced me to confront the small lies I tell myself, the ones like, I'll start tomorrow. I don't have time. This one scroll break won't matter. It didn't give me shortcuts, it gave me structure. And that changed everything. But here's the real-life lessons. AI can guide you, it can provide you with routines, structures and reminders, but it can't be you. You are full of so much potential, the wisdom helpful, the systems absolute gold, but the will to follow through, that's still mine. So after 7 days of handing my life over to a literal line of code, the big question, would I recommend it? The answer is both yes and no. Let's start with why I said yes. If you struggle with procrastination, anxiety, scattered energy, if your brain feels like 12 browser tabs open at once, if your to-do list overwhelms you more than it helps, if you want to change but keep waiting for a perfect Monday to start, then yeah, AI might be what finally snaps you out of it. It doesn't baby you. It doesn't entertain you. It just tells you what needs to happen. And sometimes that's the exact voice we need, but it's not for everyone. And now the reasons why I also said no. If you hate structure or want someone else to feel for you, this thing won't ask how your heart feels before it suggests a 6 a.m. workout. It won't tell you to skip journaling because you had a rough day. It's not intuitive, it's instructive. So if you need softness or emotional intuition, you're better off with a therapist or a human coach. But if you need clarity, structure, and a mirror held up to your habits, this thing works. The verdict is that AI won't replace your intuition, but it will hold up a mirror, and if you're ready to face what you see, you might just grow. And look, this isn't a sales pitch. I don't get paid by the robots yet. I'm just saying. For 7 days, I lived with a system that removed my excuses, that nudged me, scheduled me, challenged me, and yeah, even emotionally wrecked me a little. But in the best possible way. Because I didn't just complete tasks, I confronted patterns, and here's what surprised me the most. I didn't finish the week exhausted, I finished it clear, calm, more in control, less reactive, more intentional. AI didn't just coach me on what to do, it reminded me of who I'm becoming. Would you let AI coach your life for a week? Comment below your thoughts. Yes, no, or only if it makes me a millionaire. And if you want to try this challenge yourself, tag me. Let's compare results. Hit the subscribe button now for more experiments in mindset and motivation. Like and share this if it made you think, because growth isn't always human, but it is personal and maybe can cause the results you've been needing.